What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today's video is going to be pretty much a maintenance video, like I said on Thursday. I wanted to comment on a couple things before we get started, and that is where the car meet video's been. Pretty much last week I had some mental issues I had to take care of. I was struggling pretty bad last week, so that's why I missed Boosted Mafia. Well, that's been 2 weeks when you guys are seeing this. This past Boosted Mafia meet, it was raining, and I really don't like driving in the rain and going to meets in the rain. I pretty much don't like getting rained on, and that was pretty much it. It was just raining, and I didn't really want to go in the rain. It's not that I don't want to go to in general to meets. It's that I just haven't been myself lately, and with the weather being all jacked up, it's been raining nonstop in Georgia the majority of winter, so it doesn't really look like it's going to slow down either anytime soon. Caffeine and Octane, as I mentioned in the video talking about all the maintenance videos, the truck is like having some popping noises coming from the front left wheel, which I assume is a ball joint. It could be pretty much sway bars, anything like that. Bushing is going to be replaced in that in that side of things. But I'm pretty sure it's a ball joint. We're going to take a look at it here today in this video. We're going to have a full diagnosis on that. We're also going to try to figure out what's going on with that, because we also are doing an oil change. And I'll go more over that in a second. But I really just wanted to open the video with talking about where the car meet videos have been and all that, because they've been missing, I know. And I'm going to get back to it once the weather gets a little bit better, once the truck's in better shape to go and stuff like that, because like I said, I wanted to go to Caffeine and Octane, but the problem is that it was supposed to rain. It didn't rain for the entirety of the time we would have been there. It's actually just now starting to rain when I'm filming this clip. And with the ball joint problem or front suspension problem the truck is having right now, I'd rather not lose a wheel and have to call my dad at 5 in the morning to come pick me up off the side of the interstate. So yeah, that's kind of where car meet videos have been. So I guess let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so I guess, like I said, today's a maintenance video. We're doing oil change, we're going to be diagnosing our front suspension problem, or noises we're having, and all that kind of stuff, just to make me feel a bit more comfortable. It is kind of embarrassing to go places to just hear bang anytime I press the brakes, or, you know, hit a bump or something like that, because it's just this loud bang and pop sounds that comes from the front end. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's ball joint. We're going to figure out today. But anyway, we're going to walk out here, and I'm going to show you guys what we picked up. So, also, we did actually some renovating in here. I finally got a wall mount for my TV, because one thing I've been complaining about, to myself, is this is really low. So this is, it sits right here, and then we just go across here, try to keep it as level as possible. It hits like right there in my bed. So obviously, with the TV sitting there, it's not very high up. And if I'm laying flat on my bed, my foot would block about this much of the screen, about like that. So we got a wall mount for it, so I wouldn't have that problem anymore. And plus, they give me more room here to move stuff around and all that. We had to move a couple of my game systems up here, like this Genesis. We had to move here because the HDMI cable is so short on this thing. How do you put right here? Oh, it's a be dangling if I put it anywhere else along this shelf. And of course, move the switch out of the way. Now I gotta switch TV, because one of the problems I was having is the switch was blocking the cable box, and it's sitting right here. The cable box was sitting right here. The switch right here. You guys remember? It was blocking the cable box, so I couldn't watch TV without like having to finagle my arm in a specific manner to get it to work. But anyway, that's sort of the point of this video. Well, this is what we have. So I went to Adamson the other day and spent a little bit too much, but I got some Castrol 5W30 high mileage. This is what I've always used on the truck, and pretty much any vehicle that's in this house runs on this oil, minus like my dad's Mustang, which isn't considered high mileage just yet. Well, I mean, it is now, theoretically, but I don't know if he runs the high mileage stuff yet. But we have 5 quarts of this. This is what a Sport Track takes. It's 5 quarts, which is really handy, because it means I don't have to buy one of these. Unlike, you know, people who own like Vipers or GT350s are spending tons of money on oil. They have to get like 7+ quarts of oil. We have another Canon oil filter. I used this in the last oil change, and after seeing the video on the Fram and stuff like that, I refuse to buy cheap oil filters. So That's why I have the K&N. It is not I expect to get horsepower out of an oil filter. I want high quality stuff going in the truck. I don't want to have particulates and stuff like that, or parts of the filter breaking apart into my engine. They're probably like some wheel cleaner, because I know some of you guys who have been watching this probably complain in y'all's heads because I never see it in the comments about my wheels being always being pretty dirty. So I finally got some wheel cleaner. I wanted to get my Patterson car care, but Patterson car care is like a lot more expensive. I get a lot more stuff for the money and a lot better stuff for the money, but I mean, for what I had at the time, how much I was wanting to spend on wheel cleaner at the time, this was fine. So yeah, we're gonna be doing this in a few minutes. The truck's already in the garage. I got the tripod already in there. We'll get it set up when we go out there to shoot everything, and we'll get started. All right, everyone, so we're in the garage now. Truck's on jack stands. We found the suspension noise. Oddly enough, it's a steering rack. For some reason, it's a sideways noise. It's not a back and forth noise, which would make sense when hitting the brakes, because obviously that would make sense there. So that's what's making that noise I was talking about. So thankfully, nothing too major. I'm getting the steering rack replaced eventually anyway. We did find some play in the passenger side wheel, which makes sense because we just did the wheel bearing on the driver's side. I don't know, maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe? No, maybe. I don't remember when, but it was a long time ago. But it would make sense the passenger one's starting to show wear because it's getting there. It's old. So we're getting ready to start in the oil change. I got the tripod out here. I'm wearing my work shirt, I guess you could say, for this because I don't care about these shirts anymore. So anyway, I get up on the tripod, get the flash on because it's dark in here. And it's raining outside, so we don't want to have the door open, so we'll get to it.
She said, oh yeah, yeah, roll another one. She said, oh yeah, yeah, I'm like roll another one. She said, oh yeah, yeah, roll another one. She said, oh yeah, yeah, I'm like roll another one. Roll another one, cause she roll another one. Roll another one, cause she roll another. Okay.
Alright. Only made a slight mess. Huh? Yeah, I mean, I did make a mess myself. That'll come up easy when the garage spoiler, right? There's that big cat. Catch that goodbye soon. No, So we got the oil filter off, and one thing to note about this oil filter actually, it's a funny story from where I used to work. When I bought this, the night I bought this, I don't remember how close we were to closing, but for some reason, the manager got PO'd for some reason about and slammed it on the counter and actually bent it slightly. So it didn't like damage any like the actual materials to use the filter. Oh, I need more rag. You need the rag. I pretty much got him helping me out since I managed to soak the absolute crap out of the floor. Where's the rag at? Oh, it's over here. I think.
I got one under here.
Oh, it's on there?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that oil filter was actually slightly damaged because for some reason he got ticked off and slammed it on the counter as hard as he could. And literally he walked back to go check something. I opened it up and saw a giant dent in there. So one thing that's funny is I remember the part number when I went. So that was nice. I don't really like the flash being on for some reason it is, but yeah, we're gonna do some oil dry course for this now, and pretty much the majority of the change is done now. I just let him take the wheel from here. So what? But yeah, so we're gonna finish up here in a moment, get the oil in there. It's definitely gonna be dry started because I didn't grab a second quart like I usually do to prime that oil filter. So it's one thing I did forget to do. I usually forget, I remember that, but I don't know why I forgot it, but I did. So it's not gonna be happy when it first cranks, but it'll get oil in it and right back to normal. But anyway, I'll catch up to you guys once we get ready to put the oil in there. So in case you're wondering, if you're wanting to use these, is the HP 2010 part number. Just so you guys can see that there it is. One thing that's cool is it came with this little sticker. I actually have one of these in my window already. There it is. But I'm gonna take it and put permanent marker on this time because I used pen and that ink dried out so fast and became invisible within a day. So yeah, I'll have to get a Sharpie for that one. But yeah, filter's on. It's time to just fill up with oil and we'll go from there. All right, time to fill it up. Use my intake as kind of like a prop. You know, I've been getting tons of comments lately about this intake. Turn around, just keep your eyes on it. You know, I've been getting tons of comments about the intake. People are saying it's a hot air intake because it doesn't have a shield. When, even though, according to their lab test at least, and I have that tuner, so I data log it, and literally the only time it gets hot is when it's idling because obviously there's not a shield there to prevent heat soak. Which is what's hilarious to me. Okay. Alright, that's it, Dave.
You gotta sit there and look at it. What time does it get so stuck in the candle?
Oh, yeah. Why would they make the handle hollow? That's kind of stupid. Since you have a
Sure,
board.
this is only 5 quarts.
Yeah. I'll look at it again and make sure if I want to.
I'll find out in a second. I'll check it.
According
Let's
to
keep these to oil in.
okay. According to according to the Advanced Parts Catalog, that's what it takes. One thing to note about this whole thing, Dad, is it's so much easier to check the roll on this than the Ram. One, because it's like hood struts, and two, because the Ram's is like positioned so far back, and this is like right there. It's nice to have some fresh clean oil in there for a few months. Because that oil is spent. Advantage of having a camera. It's in the full.
And it'll change a little bit when it cranks because the oil goes in the filter.
Yeah. That hole can be hard to track down sometimes. Huh?
So that's dark.
Alright.
You can close the hood and hand it oil.
Let me go write down the mileage on there so I can get that sticker done. You have a Sharpie in here?
They're in my toolbox.
Okay.
Sure, it's still recording.
Yeah, I'll turn it off. Alright guys, so that wraps up the video for today. Pretty much beginner's mistake. It always happens with some of us. None of us are perfect, you know. So, spilling oil, no sense in crying over it. It's just got to clean it up and move on. And it won't be crazy hard to spill to clean it up. But just got to get some oil dry. So, I'm not going to put that in the video. Obviously, the truck's running good. We moved it out of the garage and all that. And nothing to report. No metal shavings in the oil, which is good. It was just definitely cooked for sure. So, I'm going to start doing oil change a little bit earlier. I usually wait till 4,500 because that's what I was told. But my dad advised maybe we should just switch to 3,000. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a 3,000 mile intervals now. So pretty much next few videos, the Kia is actually coming back very soon, maybe even today. So I'll probably do a video on that if we do that. We'll probably do some driving stick videos in that car because pretty much it's going to need some condition to get back to the road, get used to being back on the road anyway, because cars are like very particular about that. You know, some people, you know, they have to take time with cars whenever they've been sitting for a long time to, you know, get them in condition and get everything back into shape to drive. So we'll probably get a few driving stick videos out of that car. So expect that coming very soon. Sport track content. We'll finally get to do some polls later on in Mexico, of course. The transmission is nearing its break-in. At least I've been told it needs to break in. I'm just taking my dad's word for it and believing him on this one. And just running the break-in period as needed, if it is needed. But I'm just taking my precautions because I don't want to have to drop $2,500 more bucks on a transmission anytime soon. So that's why I've been taking my time. I haven't done a poll since 2018, so it's been quite a while since I got to rip on the truck at all. Most I've gone is like 3/4 throttle in that thing since the end of last year. So with that said, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I'll keep you guys up to date on more content coming soon. Like I said, it's been rough the last few weeks and I'm back to my old self again, kind of. And you know, while today wasn't really a great showing of that as I managed to soak the floor in oil, you know, again, it happens. Accidents happen, and it's in human nature to goof up once or twice. And you know, that's why I was just like, you know what, I don't want to make a mess anymore. Let my dad take over. So it's the right thing to do. I'm still learning to work on cars. A lot of you guys know I don't work on my own cars willingly without help because stuff like that will happen. And you know, make fun of me as you may for, you know, always needing help to work on my cars. I can't do it by myself, whatever. I'm learning, and that's the point I'm trying to make here is, you know, I don't drive very far. So 3,000 miles takes months for me to hit, which is why I don't do very many oil change videos. It's like the third one I've done the entire time I've done YouTube because I don't drive very much. I mean, the truck hasn't been out of state since I bought it, and it hasn't done much of anything. You know, except for around town driving. The farthest it goes is caffeine and octane. So, you know, I just take my time and I'm learning as I go, and, you know, beginner's mistake. That's all I really have to say about that. But anyway, you know, no sense in crying over spilled oil. I just gotta remember next time to pay more attention to the drain pan. So, all that said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys later.